Hello there, welcome to the haul monitor. That's a new name I've just thought of now. That's what I'm going to call it. If ever I do a haul of figures, I'm going to call it the haul monitor. Now, we don't have haul monitors in the UK, or we don't call them that. They might do now, I don't know. But when I was at school, they didn't have haul monitors. We do have kids who do jobs at school, but I think a hall monitor is like Bart. Well, I know a hall monitor from the Simpsons episode, you know, with Bart, and he was kind of like, you know, managing the water fountain. You know, I think you've had enough, sister. Move it along. Move along. Brilliant. Anyway, so I was out today, and I went to Maxx, and then because there's an entertainer really close by, so I've got some extra stuff there. This is all for me, by the way. This isn't going to be on eBay tomorrow or scalp. This is all for my own collection. This is stuff I need, so I just wanted to share that with you. So anyway, here we go. First off, the word around the campfire is that this guy is in Maxx. So I did the smart thing this morning. I picked up the phone and I rang a few branches, and I was lucky enough to hear that they had one in one of the two branches. So the guy put it aside for me, and I've got it now, so that's really good. My advice to you is, if you want one of these, get on the phone as well. Don't go and be disappointed, because I never see stuff in Maxx. I go there and I've been very disappointed. I go in and there's all this hype about stuff in there, and on Facebook groups I'm on, and I never find anything. But anyway, I was glad to hear they had that anyway. The other day, you might remember, I got a Balatique and the Rathtar, but this is really something I'd prefer. It's an original trilogy item. I've never owned a Wampa in my life, and it goes right back to the vintage days Wampas. So this is my first ever Wampa. I'm pleased to get it. That's really cool. I'll be opening him up and stuff. All this stuff is necessary for my collection, although I do have it because this is stuff from the very first ever wave in 2018. I bought it for one reason only, not just for the sake of it, but because it doesn't have sellotape on this stuff. Now, this occurred to me the other day, because I did see these in the Entertainer about 2 weeks ago, and then it occurred to me that, oh, maybe it didn't have sellotape on, and it doesn't have sellotape on, which is brilliant, because when the vintage collection came back out, and this was the first one that actually did come back after a 5-year hiatus, the VC returned, and the whole first wave had sellotape on. Sorry, I don't know what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to show you there isn't sellotape on this. So that's brilliant and much better. Let me show you one that does have sellotape on, which is ridiculous that it had to happen. Hasbro obviously didn't use enough glue or something when, sorry, I'm just trying to do things with one hand. It's in a star case. This is the first ever Kylo Ren I got, and just bear with me, folks, I'm sorry. There you go. Can you see that sellotape there? They obviously didn't use enough glue, apparently, on the bubbles to fasten the bubbles to the card or whatever. The glue was rubbish, so... But I just don't trust that. You see, that's sellotape on a card back. What's that going to look like in 5 years' time, let alone 10 years? Is it going to go all crusty and yellow or what? I don't know. So I'd sooner just start to wean these out of my collection. And, you know, while these are going so cheap, you know, get them now. They're only £6 each now in the Entertainer. Don't ask me why I've got two Kylo Rens today. Well, I'll just tell you, it was a complete mistake. I got two by accident, because what happened was I had them all in my hand today, and I was going through them meticulously. I was trying to find, I was like, you know, I had Rey, and I was like checking the edges. There was about 4 Reys in there. There was 4 Kylos. There was 4 Snokes. I was just checking the edges and looking for the best one, looking at the bubbles and checking they were all right. So I had a stack of them. I took them all to the till, and then when I got home, I realised, oh my God, I've got 2 Rens. I could, you know, take it back, couldn't I? But I might keep it, just, you know, because I can hang it there. You know, I've got like a mini store in my own home, so it's only £6, you know, but I could take it back. So anyway, speaking of the quality, the cards are all excellent. The bubbles are so clear, and they've only obviously been, they must have only been hung up this morning, because if they'd been there for a week or so, or people had been thumbing through them, they'd all be damaged. But these are pretty much case fresh. So that's that. I'll come back to these in a second. That's something to do with Ray Island Journey. Let's show you these first. Now these I was really pleased to find these, because if you check out the blacked out Ewoks, he's always sort of in places and tells you what's available. But this is all hitting the shelves in the Entertainer, and I really wanted to get this guy, Moloch, from Solo, and check out his bubble. He's so heavy. I've got kind of like flashbacks of if I put him side by side with Chewie. See how far he goes out, and Snoke goes out a long way. He's really heavy too, so I kind of got flashbacks from when I first picked up Ifan Mon when I saw him today. But he's in Solo, and there's a lot of buzz about him because obviously I think he's rare or hard to come by. But you know, again, I've got him for myself. I'm not going to punt him on eBay. No way. It's for me to open. He can join my growing Solo crew. I'm so pleased to have all these figures. I found some in America as well. And there's that Chewie. That's nice. That's definitely from Solo. And this Snoke, I was really impressed with him. I never thought I'd really want to get him or need him, but because he's hard goods and he's 5p away, but I can't get over how good he looks. This is a really good example, this figure, of how well hard goods can work. Soft goods are brilliant because they're reminiscent and they kind of give you a flashback of what figures were like in the 80s, because they'd have soft capes and stuff, or vinyl capes or whatever. And also soft goods gives you that freedom with a fully articulated body to do whatever you want with it. However, the advantage of this is that is molded and sculpted so well, it matches exactly how he looked in that movie, and his face is good as well. It reminds me of how he looked in a few shots in Force Awakens there, actually. Prepare the weapon. But like, for example, the hard goods Emperor's Royal Guard is really good as well. It was in this line. Let's talk about Leia now. I got this Leia because she was sat there and I couldn't leave her there because I don't own her. But I thought it was strange. Let me know in the comments why you think Hasbro released this. I mean, it kind of ties in with this thing, doesn't it? Really, the fact that that's Empire Strikes Back as well. But they have a fully articulated Leia floating around in the vintage collection right now, so I didn't really know what possessed them to think, oh right, okay, we'll put a Leia Huth into the 5POA line. I mean, where did that idea come from? I mean, they should have just brought that out and then maybe on the vintage collection given us a Leia Escape, you know, Bespin Escape figure that we really desperately want. Well, that's a bit more necessary, but there you go. Just a thought. But very nice figure for £3.33. That's awesome. And the other item that caught my eye today was I got another Ray Island Jettle 2 more, which is ridiculous because I already had 6 the other day. You might remember that from a video, but the reason I bought this, there's method behind me madness. All the ones in the Entertainer are the English name pill ones, you see. And but then this one caught my eye in there. They randomly had a double pill one, which is the international card. So I fully expected when I looked at the bottom of it for it to not have a paper slip in, because the UK European cards always do. They have a warning slip, which are a bit of an eyesore in the later releases of the vintage line. They used to be folded a little better than that. I was looking at this and I thought to myself, well, it's an international one, there'll be nothing there. And check it out, there's one in there. Now, this is a lot of jargon now for people who are collectors of variants and know about the differences between the two, but that was really bizarre. And if I show you my one, this is the one I keep carded on my wall at the minute. So I have 2 variants that I keep, and that one, as you can see, nothing in the bottom, no paper slip, man. But that one does. I think that's a factory mistake myself. I think that wherever they were packing Rays and they had these car backs, one of these ones found their way in and they've put a slip in because it's part of the English box, or it's going to the European market. I just don't know why that is, but I had to buy it because sort of variant in me, factory error sort of mode kicked in, and I thought, well, I'll keep that one. But anyway, some of you are probably thinking, what is he on about? But you know, some of you serious collectors will understand why I did that today. And that is all. And then the final thing I saw in there was this Lando Calrissian 6-inch, which I've been eyeing this up for months now. I was thinking about getting it when it was £11. No disrespect, Lando, but I wasn't that keen to get you as much as I was a Royal Guard I picked up for 11. But this guy's now down to £5.50. I can't say no to that because I do love Lando Calrissian. But what I'm saying is I parted with my cash quicker for the likes of the Emperor Royal Guard and people like Captain Rex, because I really like those characters a lot. And I just didn't want to spend that kind of money on him because I don't even have a proper full 6-inch line, a 6-inch collection anyway. That was the bottom line. But for £5.50, they got me, man. I can't say no to that. Gotta be done. So that's really cool. So the point of this video is just to let you know what is going on out there. There's loads of good stuff, so get out there yourself. If there's something here that you haven't got, let me know in the comments what it is you're after. I'd be interested to know, and let me know what you think of the price of the entertainer. And if you are in the USA at the minute, I do apologise, because this is all kind of stuff going on stuff to do with UK stores, although I'm sure you might find an interest in the actual products. So thank you for watching. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one.